Yeah, Newcastle against Spurs live on talkSPORT from 7, presented by Adrian Durham tonight. Fulham against Man City live on talkSPORT 2. Bournemouth against Everton live on the talkSPORT app. talkSPORT with exclusive national radio commentary of all 10 Premier League games across the week, starting, of course, from today. And Ali McCoist will be at all 10 of those games.
I wish.
Morning,
I wish.
Coisty.
How are you this morning, my friend? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. You?
Brilliant, mate. Everything's good. Can't complain at all. Didn't speak to you yesterday, sadly, but I enjoyed a good weekend of sporting action, as per usual.
Yeah, was it football all the way?
It was.
Was it Premier League? Did you get to see your boys or anything like that?
I did. I saw the boys play on Saturday, but on Sunday I was at Palace versus United. Enjoyed that game. I know we're going to talk a little bit Oliver Glasner, a little bit Palace, Mateta, also probably a little bit Manchester United. Man United were good second half. Palace were good first half. That was the kind of way I saw it, kind of very, very briefly. And then interesting seeing Liverpool get back on the road. Then I tell you, Jeff, I really enjoyed the big game at the weekend, probably Chelsea, Arsenal. Enjoyed that as well. So, and as you correctly said there, mate, some big games over the next 24, 48 hours.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in many respects, obviously a massive game for City.
Yeah.
Fulham, because City were not very good at all.
No.
At the weekend against Leeds.
Phil Foden aside.
Yeah, Phil Foden aside, and he said afterwards, look, the way we're playing at the moment, we're going to throw the league away, or words to that effect. You have to give credit to Leeds, by the way.
Yes.
Because their approach, particularly in the second half, was exceptional. And I think when people felt that, a couple of the promoted sides, Burnley and Leeds, just drifting down into the bottom three, and it would be the same old story. Well, I'm not so sure, because I thought that performance, even in defeat, gave Leeds fans some real hope. But what about Spurs, Coisty? Because tonight they go to Newcastle. I'm not sure the crisis is the word or not, but they're down again in the bottom half of the table. They're out of the EFL Cup. They're 16th in the Champions League. And, of course, a lot of debate about whether Thomas Frank should have criticised supporters for booing Vicario during the course of their defeat against Fulham. Look, ahead of tonight's game, Thomas Frank was asked if his comments could damage his relationship with those fans.
I don't know. And you can say, how do you define a true Spurs fan? I think all the fantastic fans we have believe they're true Spurs fans. Some react in one way, some react in another, someone a little bit in between. No matter what, we need all of them.
I'll tell you what, Ali, I'll nail my colours to the cross straight away, and it's going to offend a lot of people, because I was surprised by the amount of people I've heard and read from criticising Thomas Frank for having a dig at the supporters. I thought he was spot on to defend his player against booing during the course of the game. Do what you want to at half-time, do what you want to at the end, but during the game, how is that going to help your team?
Oh, it's not. The fact of the matter is it's not, Jeff. There's a couple of angles. You look at this. I'm with you. 100% he's well within his rights to defend his players. I think he's got to be careful the way he does it in terms of being critical of the support, even if he's correct, right? And I'll tell you why. Because those, as long as they are not breaking the law, those supporters who pay their money are entitled to express their opinions and beliefs as long as it's within the parameters of the law. Does it do the team any good? 100% not. Does it do the players any good? 100% not. So, are what they are, in my opinion, are what they're doing right? No, not anywhere near is it correct. In any way, shape or form does it help their team or indeed the players. But I will defend their right to express their opinion. So the same way I will express his right to defend his players, and I think he was absolutely spot on. Now the only problem is we're probably a little bit guilty of it. Not well, I don't think we're a wee bit guilty of it. We're guilty of it in the media. We're bringing things up about, there's Van de Ven and who was it? Was it Porro a couple of weeks back? Not waving at the fans and all that stuff, right? So we're probably helping to create an atmosphere that isn't good between players and fans. Now fans.
Well, we didn't do that, Coisty. They did that.
Yeah, I know that, but we're to an element, Jeff. We're bringing it up. I don't think it's a story, mate. Right, but my point is, we're making it a story. We're making it a big. Oh, look at them! They're not waving at the fans. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. They're not doing the next thing. Yes, it's them. It's doing it. But my point is, I don't really think it's a massive story. That's the point I'm trying to make. Getting back to the big point of Thomas Frank. Yes, I think he came out with his statement yesterday, and it was a correct statement. I would not for a minute say he backtracked, but he kind of said, look, the important thing is we need to form a relationship between the players and the fans, and so they should, and so they need to.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you that people who pay money, and big money, by the way, and hard-earned money to go and support their club, are entitled to, have their say within the law. The word there was support their club. So, as I mentioned, boom at halftime, boom at the end. But James has just stolen my thunder. He's a Spurs season ticket holder, because he said exactly what I was going to say. Confidence is low at Spurs.
Yeah.
Booing will only make it worse.
Correct.
And James, you are spot on.
Correct.
Mind you, try and persuade Jamie O'Hara of that. He was not a happy man on the sports bar last night. He says, ridiculously, that Thomas Frank is running out of credit.
No one's talking about tic-tac, not yet.
Well, I think there is.
I think Eddie's got a little bit of credit in the bank, mate.
I don't know if he has, Thomas Frank. I don't know if Thomas Frank's got much credit left.
Do you think he's running out of credit?
I think he's maxed out the credit card, mate.
Has he?
I think the bank are on the phone.
Oh my God! They're going to
go
in and start taking goods.
I think they want payment. Oh, they want payment. They want payment. They're on the phone.
Mate, it could be.
Amex are phoned up.
Fulham could go above you. Everton could go above you. Newcastle could go above you.
We're dropping like a stone, mate. We're dropping like a stone. Honestly, I wish I could drop a stone.
Come on, please, somebody repossess O'Hara, will you? They've just put him in place, Ali. At the start of the season, give the man a chance. They've not made wholesale changes. Of the signings that they make, Kuda starts regularly. Xavi Simons can't get in the team on a regular basis, and they brought a couple of loanees in.
Jeff, that there was the perfect example of the modern day sack culture going absolutely mental. It's just, you and I are obviously in total agreement, and so it should be. It's ridiculous to make that statement. The guy's hardly get his feet under the mat. You know what I mean? It's crazy. No, listen, there's a problem. There's been a problem for a while. Listen, Jeff, even when Big Ange won the Europa League last year, that whole scenario, whether Spurs like it or not, was bizarre. The fact that they've just sacked a manager who's won some for the first time in I don't know how long, that doesn't, generally speaking, happen a lot. I know it happened with the Chelsea manager when he won the Champions League many, many years ago, to Matteo, but it, generally speaking, doesn't happen. So come on, just let Thomas Frank go on with his job. Let the Spurs fans get Spurs players get one or two players back from injury, and just see how they progress.
Yeah. Texting is saying football fans are so fickle. Vicario was winning Spurs points a few games ago. So is Thomas Frank struggling to bridge that gap between Brentford and Spurs? Just what happens at St James's Park tonight? Could it get messy for Spurs? Actually, I'm interested to see just how he's going to approach that game. Is he going to revert to the sort of style that he used against Arsenal? Or is it going to be more expansive again? 03717 223344. Give us a call.